Education. Dear Heavenly Father, this is such an exciting weekend, one these seniors have been eagerly anticipating for a long time. It's a special time for each senior, a time to enjoy family and friends, a time to cherish memories of their senior year together, a time to dream what the future holds for them, a time to relax and celebrate. We want to thank you, Father, for walking through each day with these seniors, for offering them your friendship, your unconditional love, and acceptance. Thank you for valuing their freedom and their individuality so high, and for graciously giving them room to grow and to learn. We want to thank you, Father, for your gentle guidance in their lives. I guess our heartfelt desire as parents and friends is that each senior may find you so winsome and attractive that they will continue growing in their friendship with you, no matter where they go or what they do. We invite you to join with us celebrating these special seniors today and their many accomplishments. Amen.
Dr. Andreas is currently president of Walla Walla College. He has served as dean of the School of Religion and professor of Old Testament at Loma Linda University. Some of his responsibilities and assignments have included academic administration, teaching undergraduate and graduate students, managing the curriculum and program in religious studies, and represented the Dean's Office on selected university committees. He has served as a visiting lecturer on short-term appointments at schools in El Salvador, Costa Rica, and Hong Kong, just to name a few. He received his PhD in religious studies from Vanderbilt University and has also received numerous scholarship, fellowships, and awards. He has been president of Walla Walla College since 1990. He is a person who appreciates and loves young people as demonstrated from his work at Walla Walla College. We are happy that he has consented to be the speaker of the graduating class of 1993. Would you please welcome Dr. Andreas.
Principal Connor, members of the faculty, parents, guests, and of course graduates. I am honored to speak at your graduation. I wish you were sitting in front of me so I could see you all the time. You are to be congratulated on your achievements, and now I'd like to give the last speech you would ever have to hear as Academy students. Incidentally, this is also the first and the last time for the next 50 years that you will ever have to walk so slowly. Next week we'll do it in the college, and we walk fast. All right. My presentation begins like this. The nights were very dark. All the street lights were turned off. The cars covered their headlights with black tape. And the windows at home were draped with black curtains to keep even the smallest ray of light from seeping out. From time to time, the sirens would howl, warning us that warplanes were approaching overhead. We listened for a while, and then we heard the droning of the engines as the planes approached low down, searching for their targets. It was World War II. Inside the house, my father would carefully tune the old radio. Every evening after dinner, he had rigged up an antenna from the chimney of the house to the cherry tree in the backyard. And he was listening for the BBC, British Broadcast Corporation. At first, the evening news from the BBC was always bad, announcing one setback after another for the Allies. One day, I remember sometime later seeing a picture in the newspaper of a soldier in uniform, a dashing sort of a fellow, wearing a beret and a smart moustache underneath. Who is this man? I asked my father. Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, he said. And I was just a kid, so I asked, what has he done to get his picture in the paper? Well, my father explained that he won the first Allied victory at El Alamein in North Africa in the Second World War. Afterwards, people asked Sir Winston Churchill, does this mean the war has come to an end? And Sir Winston answered, no, it's not the end. It's not even the beginning of the end. But it may perhaps be the end of the beginning. You see why I like your aim. I grew up with it. It's not the end, not even the beginning of the end, but perhaps the end of the beginning. I can't promise you that this is the end of your education, not even the beginning of it, but perhaps the end of the beginning. And now, I'd like to share with you 3 things that happened during your academy years. In fact, I'll choose your senior year. 3 things that happened this year for just a few minutes of reflection. No, I'm not thinking about your date back in February. That was exciting, but not that one. Nor the Saturday night when you ate too much food and became thoroughly smashed. Or the time when you got a bad grade in the class and got mad at your teacher. I rather want to think about 3 big things that happened during your senior year. First, this awful war in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Second, the peace mission to Somalia. And third, 3 important elections. One in the US, one in Russia, and one in Denmark. I had to include Denmark because, you see, I'm from Denmark. That's where I grew up. And that's where I lived during that First World War, when your motto, your aim was spoken by Sir Winston Churchill. I first heard it there. In fact, I saw Churchill in Denmark during the war, just afterwards. I actually saw him. My father went to see him drive by to visit the Danish king, and I actually saw him with his fingers up for victory and a big cigar between. All right, I'm connected. Let's begin with these 3 events that happened during your senior year. First, the war in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Something awful happened there during your senior year. What does it mean? Do you understand why people are fighting there? It is not easy to figure out. Part of it has to do with religion. There are 3 religions there: Islam, Catholicism, and Orthodoxy. And the believers of these 3 religions have no love for each other. But it is not really a religious war, is it? It is not soldiers fighting for the truth. Rather, it is a war of prejudice and intolerance. Another part of this war has to do with national history. Old wars, old oppressions, with lots of old scores to settle in that country. It is old hatred, a sad story, tragic, awful, of women being raped and children starving and houses and cities bombed because of old hatred and new intolerances among long-time neighbors. But things are different with you graduates at Walla Walla, Portland Adventist Academy. You will come to Walla Walla, I hope. You have been taught to love, not to hate here. You have been taught to respect other people, even people who have different opinions about things. You have been taught the power of love and decency of respect for others. Treasure those lessons, please. Not everyone in the world have them, but you do. Store them in your heart and mind and share them with everyone you meet. The world needs you to show it a better way than what has been shared in former Yugoslavia. How to love others and not kill them. How to care for children and not starve them. How to respect others and not rape them. How to build houses and villages and not to bomb them. As some of you did, I understand, building houses in Brazil during the spring break. The world desperately needs someone to show them a better way. You can do it. The world needs you. The second important thing that happened during your senior year, right here in Portland Adventist, is the peace mission to Somalia. I understand one of you is from Africa. You know where Somalia is? I hope you do. Somewhere in Africa, at the point where Africa comes closest to Arabia. If you're not sure, look it up on a map after graduation at home. Something important happened in Somalia during your senior year. Many people think of children when they think of Somalia. Children who have no food to eat, extended bellies, big round eyes, thin arms and legs, and faces covered with flies. Somalia needed help. Why was there no food there? 2 reasons. First, a famine has ravaged that part of Africa. Second, much of the food brought in from Europe and the United States was confiscated by one group of soldiers right off the planes, right off the trucks, and sold to another group of soldiers so that they could keep fighting each other. That way the soldiers kept fighting and the children kept starving. So by the time you began your senior year right here in Portland, the end was near in Somalia. Finally, the United Nations, President Bush, and good people everywhere, including actress Audrey Hepburn, whom your parents may know about, decided that something really dramatic had to be done. And the United Nations authorized American troops to enter that country. Thousands of GIs, fully armed, responded not to fight, only to see to it that the food got to the kids. It was something new and marvelous to see. Fully armed American troops enter another country not to fight, only to distribute food. Oh, I know, it may not be so exciting as the Gulf War, with Scots and Patriot missiles and smart bombs and all of that. But it was good to see those kids in Somalia looking healthy again, looking normal just like you. And all of that happened right during your senior year. Think of it. I hope you remember it. I hope you make it part of your future, beginning today. There are too many kids who are hungry, or sick, or on drugs, or pregnant, or lost, not only in Somalia, but even here in Portland. But you can help, because you've graduated from this academy, armed with love, and knowledge, and energy, and know-how. You can do for the kids of the world what the peaceful soldiers did in Somalia for the kids there. The world needs someone to show it a better way. You can do it. The world needs you. What else happened during your senior year? Oh yes, the elections. Well, you say, we have elections all the time. What kind of a deal is that? Well, it's true, we have elections all the time, but the Russians don't. And lots of other people in the world don't have elections all the time. So elections are important, and they happen during your senior year. And now you too can vote, soon, if not already. You can make elections part of your life. Voting means making real decisions. Decisions that make a difference. Decisions that change things. Responsible decisions. Up until now, your parents have made many decisions for you. They may try to make one or two more, but I think perhaps from now on you will make a few yourself. Before long, you will make all of your own decisions, and only you will be responsible for them. It'll be like voting every day. How will you vote? What decisions will you make? Some heavy decisions were made this year by the people of the world. The Russians, for example, decided to stay with a free market economy for the present. It was a tough decision for them because of the uncertain economic future it would bring to every family of that big country. It also kept Russia open to the gospel, didn't it? Elsewhere, the Danes, my old countrymen, also had an election, and they decided to stay with the European Common Market. You may have read about it. They said yes. Does that mean Europe will be united, contrary to our expectations? And will Russia remain a friend of the USA after 75 years of communism? We do not really know, do we, what these decisive votes will mean. But we do know one thing, that elections and decisions have consequences. They are very important. It really matters how we decide. Just for a moment, again talking about your senior year. Consider David Koresh and his followers. They also took a vote. They also made a decision. Ultimately a decision to die in the fire. They believed the end was coming, and then they decided to help bring it about. I wish I could tell you that what happened in Waco this year was also an important event during your senior year. And considering all the news coverage it received, you might think that somehow it was important. But I'm afraid it was not an important event at all. It was rather something foolish, and that is how it will be remembered, I'm afraid. A tragic little anecdote, way off on the periphery of human experience. The result of a dangerous mix of ignorance, arrogance, and power. The sad end of misguided adults and innocent children. But that sad end is not for you. You stand at the beginning. Perhaps the end of the beginning, but the beginning just the same of your life. And now it is your turn to make decisions. What decisions will you make as today you complete the end of the beginning of your life? Consider the war of Bosnia-Herzegovina and the decision to fight there. Remember the peace plan of Somalia and the decision to feed the hungry there. And now you too can make real decisions. What shall it be? A decision to fight and shoot and maim and rape and burn and destroy? Or a decision to bring food and medicine and education and have the good news of the gospel delivered to needy people? The choice is here before you, right during your senior year. Someone has to decide these things, and you have been given the opportunity to participate in that decision. 4 years of Christian education have prepared you well for this. Christian values, faith in God, combined with service, motivated by the love of God, these are the foundations upon which you will make decisions. And I know you will make good ones. But you ask, how can our decisions make any real difference in the world? It's a big world. Remember, you have a motto as well as a name, well chosen. Your motto is, if God is for us, who then can be against us? With that motto, it is possible for you to make a real difference in the world with your decisions. You have seen it during your senior year. Soldiers don't have to fight. They can bring peace. Children don't have to die. They can be fed. Houses don't have to be bombed. They can be built. It's up to your decision, but not yours alone. Because if God is for you in this, then who can be against you? And let me tell you a little secret. I have been told, and I have this on the highest authority, that God is for you. He promised that long ago on the cross. So we know that God is for you. It's a fact. You can count on it. And so may He bless you as you make your decisions for Him. And I fully expect that you, the class at Portland Adventist Academy, 1993, will make decisions that will make a difference in the world. The world needs you to do just that. God bless.
Graduates, it is now time to receive your piece of paper, what you've been waiting for. Administration will also be giving the graduates a surprise, and that is a medallion that will have the seal of Portland Adventist Academy on it to hopefully solidify our relationship here at PAA and what it has meant to you as you will leave and go on your way and become full-fledged alumnus. Administration is also giving this medallion to you in appreciation for your academic excellence. I love you guys. God bless.
With academic honors, Peggy Lynn Davidson. With academic and leadership honors, Donald Robert Anderson. With leadership honors, Kristen Kathleen Baroker. With academic honors, Eric Scott Green. With leadership honors, Daniela Judith McCarthy. With academic and leadership honors, Rodney Scott Rosequist. With academic and leadership honors, Sasha Laurel Jackson. With academic and leadership honors, Cragen Todd Usher. With academic honors, Jill Annette Stratton. Alan Douglas Kaiser. With academic honors, Yolanda Elisa Garola. With academic and leadership honors, Mark Scott Griffin. With academic and leadership honors, Andrea Renee Wright. With academic honors, Douglas McLean Palmer. With academic honors, Shauna Michelle Moyer. With academic honors, William Gerald Schaller. Leadership Honors, Kelly Maya Van Ignam. With Academic and Leadership Honors, Jeffrey Andrew Euchre. Stephanie Maureen Browning. Robbie Allen Myers. With Academic Honors, Heather Joy White. Okay, people have a long memory. With Academic Honors, Carmelyn Renee Harwood. With Academic and Leadership Honors, Brandon Clark Sanders. honors, Kevin Charles Rummenson. Jennifer Lee McGee. Stephen Cromwell. With academic honors, Christina Ojita Orozco. Academic and Leadership Honors, Richard William Herbig. With academic honors, Carrie Ann Roy. With academic and leadership honors, John Oxenholt. With academic honors, Jennifer K. Marie Bechtel. Troy Lendo Brewer. Jamila Atomai Miller. Nathan Lewis Copeland. Wishart. Jason Paul Bauer. Elijah J. Jensen. Jonathan B. Nolan. With leadership honors, James Michael Kendall. Gregory Todd Rouse. Sandra Ann Sellers. Russell Marcellus Fields III. Nicole Lee Blakely. Marvin D. Johnson. academic honors, Jennifer Lynn Core. William Todd Wilcox. With academic honors, Stephen Michael Andrew Bolton. Philip Boyd. Academic and leadership honors, Stephanie Ann Parker. And with academic honors, Gregory Curtis Rayleigh.